Hello again, everyone. My name is Michael Phillips. I'm one of the pastors of Grace Baptist Church in Fremont, California, and this YouTube channel is devoted to the proposition, the gospel changes everything. Now, when I say the gospel changes everything, of course I mean the gospel changes everything that needs to be changed. And for some of us, one of the things that needs to be changed is our shyness. Some people are born shy. Some people become shy. Some people grow in shyness. But shyness can be a real problem with some Christians, and only the gospel is really going to cure us of it. Now, when I speak of shyness, of course, I don't mean being reserved or quiet. This quality is most of the time neutral, and sometimes it's absolutely virtuous. James 1:19, for example, says, "Be swift to hear and slow to wrath." So there's nothing wrong with being reserved. There's nothing wrong with being the person who doesn't always have to speak first or to have the last word. But rather by shyness, I mean that fear that keeps you from doing your duty. And here by your duty, I include things, but this is not an complete list. I include things like witnessing, or hospitality, or friendliness and brotherly love, all of which require us to be giving persons rather than withdrawn into ourselves persons. Now, this is a topic in which I can speak with some real authority because I myself have been situationally shy my entire life. Now that I'm an older man and a pastor, I speak in front of people every Sunday. I speak to people every day. But even now, I struggle with not knowing what to say and feeling self-conscious about what people are thinking about me, and so on. And so, how is it that we turn away from ourselves and become others-oriented? How do we give up that shyness that we were born with, or that was brought on by a traumatic experience, or just grew over time? Well, on this point, there are a great many resources that can be very helpful. There are books on shyness. There's assertiveness training. And nearly all of us have access to good advice, parents or friends, pastors or others who can just sort of coach us up and teach us how to be more assertive than we are. Now, these things are good in and of themselves, but they don't quite get to the root of the problem. The only thing that does get to the root of our problems is the gospel. Now, don't be unrealistic here. The gospel will not make naturally quiet people talkative, but it will give you the confidence to do God's will, to speak up when you need to speak up. And how does the gospel do this? Well, I've hinted at it already a couple of times, but let me spell it out here. The gospel cures shyness by curing the thing that causes shyness, which is what? Self-consciousness. That's what makes us shy. It's what makes me shy. The idea that I'm coming off as stupid or rubish or in some other unattractive way. This is what makes people shy. But the gospel speaks to this issue and cures this issue by doing what? By getting our attention off of ourselves and putting it on others. Primarily, the gospel puts us on the Lord Jesus Christ, who's worthy of all honor and glory because he went to the cross for our salvation. And as we gaze on Christ and remember all he's done for us, We're no longer focused on ourselves. We can turn away from ourselves to serve others in Christian love. And so, whatever good assertiveness training does, whatever good the advice of friends will do for you, the only way to truly break away from shyness so that you can speak for the Lord is by submitting to, believing, meditating, and living by the gospel. God bless you. Thank you.